Hi, bid you welcome to another episode of Marty's Mailroom. Without the hat today, because it's very warm outside, so you have to bear with me with my ugly face. I didn't post the video last week because it was a solstice here in Sweden. So today I'm back, and hopefully you will enjoy this episode. I'm going to talk about this box here today. See if you can actually see that. It's a Radial reamp box. And this one is very easy to use, but it's, as I said earlier, it's can be a bit of a hassle to set things up properly, and hope I will explain that a little bit better in my video than the others I've seen. So hopefully you will find that helpful to you and getting your gear into reamping. So it's quite new to me as well, but I haven't had it for a few days and I've tried it out. And yeah, it has just a input here. See that? You put the mic cable from your interface into that one. Very easy. Also has 180 return, but you can just use that one and the ground button here if you experience a lot of noise or hiss or other stuff. You just take a very small object and press the button inside. So it looks like that. And when we go to the other side, you can see here, see if I can get a clearer picture. Yeah, there we go. So we have here, I think it's the input here. That is if you're not using a mic cable. So you can just use a guitar cable there instead from the interface if you want to do that. And we have the output, which you just using a regular guitar cable to your amp. We have this button here, which means that if we press that in, it mutes the signal, and if you don't, the signal is going out to your amp. If you hooked up correctly, that is. And we'll have some filters here, neutral, some high pass and low pass, and a button. Yeah, very sturdy, very cool, feels great. So what is reamping? Reamping is when you take a recorded dry signal through your DAW, and it goes through an amplifier, and then you record the sound from the amplifier on a new track. I'm gonna show you, hopefully I will show you very specific how to address the outputs, the inputs, and the sources through your DAW, the interface and whatnot. There aren't many videos that cover this topic specifically in Studio One, so I'll try to address every topic as good as possible, and hopefully it will be helpful to you. It's not as easy as you might think to get all the outputs correctly inserted to each signal. Could be a little bit tricky, easy to set it up, but it's worse to address squeals and hiss and stuff like that if you're not careful and do the things properly. So what have I done here? Just taking a regular mic cable, put it to my output of the line output of your interface. Whatever interface you have, every interface has an output. And just taking that other end of the mic cable into the input of the reamp box. So just a regular mic cable. So TRS cable there, the output and the interface, and the XLR goes into the input of the reamp box. Pretty easy so far. From the reamp box, we take a regular guitar cable, TRS cable, to the output of the reamp box, and that goes to the input of your amp. I've already prepared a setting here for today. I'm just going to adjust the volume later on. This is my SM57 here. I'm taking that and address that to my input number 2 on the interface, which is here. So here we are in Studio One. I already prepared a track here, a dry signal, just recorded straight into my DAW, Studio One here. Just a clean channel, nothing fancy, just an instrument track, totally dry. So I'm going to show you how the DI signal sounds. It sounds like this. But it's just a bit of a nonsense track, just to show you, so you get the big picture of the reamping thing going on here. And when you're going to reamp this signal here, I'm just taking none as an input, so you don't record that signal by mistake. And you go into the setting here on the channel, send, press plus, and I've assigned that to that channel over there. And you'll have to do that by going up. Yeah, you can do it some other ways as well, but they are, let's see here. No, not this one. Song setup, it's called. Yeah. And we're going straight to the outputs here. Because remember, that was a line output, and it's a line output number 3. And we find that here. So that's number 3. M stands for mono, and I've just changed the name to reamp so I know which track it is I'm using. So line output over there, it's a channel 3 I'm using. If you're using channel 5, 6, 7, you're just choosing these channels instead, number 7, number 6, what have you. So press apply and then OK. And then you just add a new track, call that reamp, which is this track. So yeah, so you take that, send here, reamp, which is that track here, and that track's output is to the main channel here. And if you're going to avoid the high squeals and hiss and what have you, which I have had a trouble getting rid of, then in this case I'm using the Roland Studio Capture interface, so it might be different from your interface. But in this case I have to go into the settings here of the interface, and I have a setting which is called a patchbay. So you just press that here and you're good to go. So yeah, let's try to reamp the signal and see how it affects the DI track. So when you arm this track here, I'm using an SM57, goes into my channel 1 on the input of my interface, and in this case it's input L. You see here, input 1 and 2. Yeah, it's a little bit mixed up when it comes to, but I know that's the correct input. And this is the input here, it goes straight into the main output here. I've turned up the monitors so you don't record the DI signal from that. So I just suggest you use your headphones in case you want to monitor the signal, how it sounds. And I already prepared here. I turned up the volume here on my amp and everything, so we should be good to go. So you just press the red button here to arm the track, and the levels should be fine, I think. So you just press record and you're going to reamp the DI track. Yeah, so it sounds pretty good. So if you have any suggestions, some comments on this topic, questions, what have you, just feel free to leave them down below, as you usually do. And I hope you have enjoyed this episode here. And I've tried to explain this as clear as possible. There aren't many videos around that covers Studio One, reamping Studio One here. So I hope this would be a little bit helpful and get you more involved with the reamping, so on. Main important thing is to get rid of the hiss and the noise and the high squeals which can occur. I had a hell, to be honest with you, to get rid of that, and just was because of the settings in my interface. So just assign them to correct settings, so they should be totally fine. Thank you for watching. Please spread the video so more people can watch it, and the algorithm can pick it up, which will be shown tomorrow, which helps me get more views and more subscribers. I enjoy it so much, if you would help me with that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's episode. Until next time, take care, bye.